See, this one thing ladies need to know. Men have a knack. They're very, very good with their ability to see danger ahead of time, to see a possible threat. And men always know that your threats and harm being done to them, they learn how to sniff those things out from maneuvering in the streets as young boys and then young teenagers. By the time a man gets to be a grown man in his 20s and 30s and on up, he's very, very skilled at perceiving danger. And that's why women need to learn this valuable lesson. Stop saying or thinking your man is jealous because you flirting with other men, aka other threats for harm and violence to you. Stop thinking your man is jealous because he's able to know that if a man will go behind his back to try to talk to his woman, that same man will try to kill you and your man when things don't go his way. Every man know if he got a friend that try to holler at his woman, that same friend will steal from you and that same friend will kill you. That's how you know a snake. Little small things like that let you know this man right here, he's no good and his heart is not in the better benefit for me. He don't have my best interest in mind. If he was sneaking trying to talk to my woman, there's no doubt if I turn my back, he'll try to put a bullet in your head. That's how all men think. So it's not that, oh, he jealous. Nah, you're naive. You're naive. What I'm saying by that is you don't have no game, ladies. Your heart don't sit and rest well with knowledge. Ladies, begin to embellish yourself with knowledge, because women is the representation of wisdom. Wisdom is the cultivating or the giving birth to knowledge. So women supposed to be upon game. You're supposed to already know how your man think and how men move before you get one. Because you're studying and you're perceiving and you're gaining more knowledge. You're becoming more a higher conscious being, a higher conscious soul. See, the physical body eat food, but the soul and the spirit, it only want knowledge and wisdom. That's what it eats. That's why you gotta read books. You gotta stay around people that's pushing off knowledgeable conversation, displaying acts of wisdom instead of acts of violence. And women, always be on the lookout, because a man that will try to sneak behind your husband back, or if he see a wedding ring on your finger and he still try to talk to you, that person is the devil incarnated himself. He will kill you and your husband. These the people that will come in your house and ravish your whole house, do damage to everybody in your whole house. That's the one. And your husband know these type of individuals from the door. Your husband is ready to meet them up front. He's ready to defend his family all the time, but he can't properly defend his family. And he locked the front door and he watching the back door. And then here you go sneak the enemy in through a window. Or he's watching the front door. You go and unlock the back door, sneak the enemy in. The enemy comes in, not only take out your husband, but so you won't tell on him and get him locked up. He take you out and the children. If you married, you got a man, never ever make those type of mistakes by letting another man get entry and gain access to certain information on how your man and your family is moving because you want to be promiscuous. A man will come through and just try to, have intercourse with you one time. And within that one time, something that he saw or that he needed to see to gain access to how you and your family move, when the kids go to school, who drop the kids off at school, get your kids kidnapped. What time you go to work, when you get off work, you can get your car stolen like that. Oh, she go to work at this time. Oh, she get off work at this time. I know where the car be at. Get your car shot up. Oh, her husband, they into it. I went over there, I had intercourse with her. Yeah, she said he be going to work. So she said he off on Tuesday and Thursday. Well, normally, if you off on Tuesday and Thursday, normally you work 5 days a week. So now I know your husband's what? Work schedule. So I know when y'all house is empty, I can break on in and rob y'all out and steal all y'all precious valuables. Credit card, bank account, jewelry, TVs. Because I know you at work, he at work, the kids at school. I can just get my man's pickup truck and we clean y'all out. This is how people's houses get broken in. The woman has let some guy that she was so happy and quick to move on in a sexual manner, brought him to her house one time though. She think, just one time, and that's all it took. And now your house had been broken in. They don't break in your house immediately. No, it be 4-5 months down the line. They came in the house, they scoped everything out. To not make stuff look so obvious to them, they'll give it 3-4 months and they keep watching the house, scoping the house. That's called doing your homework. That's how criminals stay out of jail. Do your homework. Do your homework. Walk by the house every day. Walk by it in the daytime. See what it look like. See what you see. Okay, this car there, that car there, that car there. Okay. Do that for 3 months. Walk by it at nighttime. Okay, at nighttime around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, this car there, that light be on there. Okay. And then that's how you learn a routine. Do your homework. Do that for 3 months. It's called spot and steal. Spot everything out in the daytime and come back and steal it later. Women, this is how you get in your children head shot off. Your daughters are getting raped and molested because you are letting unperceived dangers around your family, trying to sneak off and cheat on your husband or trying to sneak off and cheat on your man. At the same time, you're doing the same thing that Eve did. You open the door up to the devil. Ain't no real man trying to have a relation with another man, woman. A real man gonna see what you got. You got a wedding ring on? Oh, how you doing, sister? You a sister to him. He's not looking at you no type. Real men has no interest in another man's woman. The only person that do that are beta males. Beta males are men the same way Cain was to his brother Abel. Abel was an alpha male. Cain was a beta male. And he couldn't keep up with how his brother was outshining him. And his jealousy led to envy, and then it led to murder. A real man has no interest in another man's woman, even if she butt naked. Look, you got a man or you got a husband. I ain't got no business around you. He gone. Conversation over with. That's how real men move. It's nothing a real man want with another man's woman. Nothing. There's nothing I can do for you. Y'all have children together. What I'm gonna go and tell your children, well, don't worry about y'all daddy. I'm here to do his job. This man already doing his job. I need to go worry about my children and tell my children that I'm doing my job that I'm supposed to be doing with them. Not trying to take care of another man's household whose household was functioning perfectly. His woman just had a weak moment. She just had a weak lapse in judgment. So women, do not make that mistake by putting your family, your children, your husband, life in danger. Your husband wake up every day full of testosterone. He's ready to fight. Who's trying to harm my family? And he don't see the threat. And he looking, there's no threat. He want the guy to come to him face to face. You want to do something to my family? Come on, meet me at the front door. Meet me head up. But nah, you got a snake being all quiet and trying to be your husband's friend. While at the same time, he trying to holler at you, and you going along with it. That same man that will try to talk to you behind your husband's back. When your husband turn his back, that same man will blow his head off. That's why men are very, very vicious with that idea that they woman is messing with another man. They don't give a damn about what you're doing with your body. He know that I have a criminal on the loose, and he's out to harm me and my family. Yeah, my woman went and laid with another man, but I know I have a criminal. That's why he want to know who the guy is. That way, he know who to watch for now. It's not about jealousy. It's about being able to hold down your fort, being able to protect and defend your family. How can you fight a war and you don't know that it's one already to be kicked off? How can you defend yourself against an enemy you don't know exists? Your husband come from work, he think the family's safe, everything is good and beautiful. He looking around and he checking and making sure, okay, ain't nobody bothering my family, everything good. He's looking out the windows, and he going on in the house and sit back, relax, and eat him some food and take his shoes off and get comfortable. But when you sleeping with the enemy, he should keep his shoes on and prepare for war. No man cares about you if he gotta get you to betray your husband, your son, and your daughter to be with him. Your kids don't want that man in the house. They care about you cannot take the love out of a child for their father. It's up to the father to do that. Not come around, abandon the children, leave the children, never be there for the children. But if he's doing his job, even if he's doing his job halfway to the child, if he's doing his job 10%, the child will get an add on the other 90%. And still have that glow and that gleam in their eyes when they see their father, because that's their possession. He belonged to them. You can't bring Tyrone in. No. To your kids, once you put the father out, to your children forever, they see you with horns on your head because you the devil. You can't trick kids' mind. Kids' minds have no filter. I want my father here. She put my father out. My mama the devil. Some kids is so little, they still love you. But when your child get to be an adolescent, 12, 13, 14, 15, they hate you because you put the father out. They know who and how to address that hatred. You put my father out. And they don't express it to you in that manner. They just rebel against you and they be insubordinate to you. But you want to call a child out for a negative and bad behavior, but you the first one that did negative and bad behavior by disassembling the family. You broke up the family. We had a well put together in place family. Now you put my father out. Now we got a broken home. Now we got a bunch of dads trying to step in to call themselves stepdads. The stepdad don't give a damn about your kids. He's just running a con game so he can get benefits for himself from your family. He getting a free place to stay. He going and eating up all the food stamps and the food and the juices and the pops. The little snacks your kids got for school and stuff when they get out of school. He done ate all that up before they get home. Your kids used to coming in the living room and being there to grab the TV remote and watch whatever they want to watch. Now Tyrone got his stanky feet self on the couch. Here your kids sitting up here. Oh man. They 3-bedroom house seems like a 1-bedroom apartment. Or a 1-bedroom apartment has been reduced to the size of just the bathroom or one room because your kids got to stay in their room. That's why your kids keep wanting to go outside. Let me go outside. Because the house is too small because you brought this stranger in the house. They don't know who the hell this guy is. And they don't want to know. They're not going around saying, Mama, pick him, bring him to the house, let us get to know him. And pick them right there, bring him to the house, let us get to know him. Ain't no kids doing that. Kids want who they like. They like who they love. You know why? It's good. Back in the day, marriages, people used to stay together at least till the kids got 15. They used to stay together. Like, look, that's why you don't see no more grandmothers no more. Because the grandma, she still want to act like she's 17. 40 and 50 years old and still ripping and running the streets. You can't even get the grandma and say, hey, can you watch my babies while I go to work, while I try to go to school? Grandma said, no, good, I got a date. No, good, I'm going to the casino. No, good, finna go out. Grown, mature women of age, but not grown and mature in mind. That's why you see these grown women in their 40s and 50s hang around young girls. 18, 19. And then they got Days of Dukes on and the young girl got Days of Dukes on. It don't even make no sense. That's why children are being left in DHS custody because they don't have no grandma to be that extra layer of protection, that extra layer of chaperoning that you need in the family. So it's just mama working hard by herself. She don't get no help from grandma. Why? Because grandma doing what? She's out trying to shake her tail and rip and run the streets too. Back in the days, 80s, when I say back in the days, that's from the 80s and on up. From the 90s and on down, that's when the most black kids have been placed in foster care because accident happened at home because mom had to leave the children there alone while she go to work, while she go to school to try to make something better for the family. And she just needed one person, and that person's supposed to be grandma, great grandma, that's sitting here able to watch the children. You're not supposed to be looking for a babysitter where your mother's still living. You're not supposed to be asking for TANF and DHS and child support. Now your children are being picked on and beat on and mistreated by strangers. It's not supposed to be going on. So we have to get ourselves back in alignment with what is righteous. So women, always know, if a man, always be quick to identify to your husband or to your man, hey, your homeboy, he ain't right. He probably loved that dude. He probably grew up with him. But the same day that he found out that his own homeboy tried to talk to his woman, He know now, never turn my back on him. Don't trust him no more, and we ain't letting him in the house. Thank you, baby. I ain't gonna start nothing. I'm gonna keep this between me and you. But Tyrone can't come back in the house no more. When he come to visit me, I'm letting the nigga stay outside. I don't care how cold it is. Yeah, you come on, go and use the bathroom. Nah, bro, you go down the street to the store and use the bathroom. You can't come back in my house. He don't know. I never told him that you tried to make a pass and tried to holler at my woman behind my back. You didn't tell him. But he know he been sniffed out as a devil. He knows this. And guess what he gonna do? He gonna get on in his truck and ride down the street and go to use the bathroom at the gas station. And probably won't come back. That's a snake. A snake is somebody who constantly pops up at your door. It didn't call you, your phone. Didn't warn you, didn't tell you they was coming. That's a person that's up to no good. You popping up at my door at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. What if I wasn't there? You had every opportunity to try to steal something. You had every opportunity to break in. Popping up, knocking on my door. What if my woman opened the door up and thought it was me and she butt naked? You come on in, oh man, now you trying to make a pass. You had every opportunity to try to holler at my woman while I wasn't there. A real man would not let himself be seen or shown in these type of lights, going to his best friend or going to no man's house unannounced. Unless it's an urgency or emergency, meaning somebody about to die. Or you had a real bad car wreck and then you pop up at somebody's house. But if you got a cell phone or you got a telephone, you can call somebody and say, man, can I come over tomorrow at 7:30? Then I know at 7:30 tomorrow I should be looking for you. Man, can I come over there today at 2:30? I know at 2:30 you'll be here. But you popping up at my house late at night, early in the morning, but you're doing it consistently. Every other week or every other month, I know you a snake. Because you gotta know about you popping up at my house. If somebody else break in my house, you the first person head on it. Because you showed yourself in a unrighteous light. And it's called trespassing. Trespassing is when you come on a person's property and they didn't give you permission. I don't care how long I've been knowing you. Now, family, different. And that's close family. Not a family member that you really didn't grow up with. Family members that you grew up with. And y'all lived and slept in the same household. That's family. Now, somebody else can be a blood relative, but you just met them when you turned 35. You ain't got no business popping up at my house, buddy. So women, learn how to protect your family, because most of the time when your house got broken in, it was by some dude you were flirting with. You probably didn't sleep with him, but some dude you was flirting with, and he put a bullseye on your back, and he followed you home. He remembered your car, and he followed that car. He know what house that car is at, and he began to watch you. And at the same time, while he watching you, he's able to see when your husband go to work, when your kids go to school. Now he can do homework on your household. That's why your house got broke in. These men that's flirting with you and you flirting with them and they asking you questions, they getting your phone number, even though y'all may not have done anything on any other level. Y'all probably just had a few, conversations on the phone. In conversation, when you're talking to somebody, they can kind of feel you out to size you up. And they can figure out how to set you up. But if you keep your mouth closed and stop talking to random men and stop talking to men outside of your husband being present, then certain things wouldn't fly out. Certain things wouldn't come out. Some of these guys are not scared that your husband may be 7 feet tall and 300 pounds. Some of these guys are cowards because they run with gangs 20, 30, 40, 50 deep. Or they got them big old guns and they'll shoot at your house. But head to head, man to man, they don't want to see your husband. But your husband needs to know who it is. and so he can deal with him. So some of these guys, because they running these gangs and they 30 and 40 deep, they got a whole bunch of homeboys or gangbangers with them, they'll try you. But once your husband get a chance to know who his enemy is, he can deal with that man. Because it don't matter if you run with a gang 30, 40, 50 deep. If you my issue, you my problem, I'll make sure I get you. We'll deal with the rest of it in the wash. But I'm gonna make sure I get you. But how can you fight a war that you don't know been started? How can you defend your family against an enemy you don't know exists? Women, you have a responsibility to be as a queen, warrior, princess, to be able to defend your family also. You're supposed to assist your man. 24/7, you guard and protect your family, your children. You don't get Fridays off. You don't get to go out to the club and shake your butt and act all loose. And then ain't no wrong with going to the club or doing whatever you do. But still, remember, you still have to be on guard 24/7 to protect your family when you're home and when you're away from your home. Don't give out valuable personal information. MOG, check it out. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this impactful knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And this channel is for my sisters. We raising the queens back up, putting the women back on the throne where they belong. Because there's no throne without the women, and there's no kingdom without the king. So we're gonna be dropping plenty real knowledge to give the women the insight on how they maneuver, how they can become prosperous, how they can return back to their true beautiful self and glorify God. And God, what is God? God is who you truly is in the inside, the person you'll never get to know. Most people will never get to know their true self because they're trying to be everybody else. But once you settle down and you sit down and you get to yourself and you be by yourself for a small time frame, that's when you begin to open up the door and the windows and see God, who God is. Once you find who your true self is. And that's where God is at. Go look in the mirror, baby. So like I said, if you like this video, hit the like button. And also, if you want to hear some more powerful, knowledgeable content that can give you some wisdom from a man point of view and give you that edge and give you that game, subscribe. Peace. It's MOG TV.